Well, the mental health issue started for me, I want to say, around third grade. I started to notice that things were different from me. I started to notice that I isolated a lot. Something was just very, very wrong. And I grew up in a time where there wasn't a lot known about mental health challenges. Um, you were stigmatized. Families were ostracized in the community. It's sort of like the illness lives in the house and it stayed in the house. It wasn't talked about. It wasn't discussed. You sort of swept it under the rug and pretend that it didn't exist. And even though internally things were going very, very wrong, you just didn't talk about it. As I ended my teenage years, I started to struggle severely emotional. I started to have a lot of nightmares. I got curious with drugs. And so I think it started as an experiment thing. But when I found that it helped me cover, mask a lot of my pain, feel normal, it became that magic pill. And that's how it started. I think that breaking point where I knew that I needed help, I had to do something. I woke up one morning and looking at my two kids, I just felt like I couldn't take care of them. I couldn't take care of myself. And I knew that my substance issue, the disease itself, was spiraling. That was the first time that I asked for help. I didn't go to a doctor. I went to my parents. My father basically took it to the church. Okay. And he confided in someone he trusted. And this person actually knew or had some awareness of mental health and addictions. He asked me, he said, would you be willing to go to a treatment where they do address mental health and behavior issues and substance abuse? And this is where you can get treatment, from what I hear you telling me, simultaneously. And let's just take it one step at a time, one day at a time. And he just asked me, was I open to go? And I was in enough pain that I said yes. Even though I had went to many substance abuse programs and mental health programs, it was the first time I felt like I was in a place with other people like myself. And I didn't feel like I had to prove anything to anyone. I didn't have to be something that I wasn't. People came alongside me that listened to me, that talked with me, that were like me. And they helped me through it step by step. And so when a person is coming into understanding the challenges of mental health, of understanding the challenges of addictions, they're better equipped when they can have one program and both sides come together and work to implement a program that the person in recovery is going to benefit from. Because if I go over here to be treated for addictions, they're treating me here, and they have one set of rules, one set of program initiatives I need to follow to maintain my substance sobriety. If I go to mental health, it's a different standard of rules and practicums that I have to put in place. If I have one set of rules on one side and another set of rules on the other, and so to do the one set of rules on the left side, I'm violating the set of rules on the right side, how can that be cohesive? How can I have recovery and fullness? I think what they did right, first of all, was they had embraced you, okay? An embracement. And I think they listened. They listened more so than offer you advice, solutions. You became a part of your healing process, the main part of your healing process. You set the pace of your healing process. With each area that I approached, I had overall support. in every area that I would need it. And it's a painful process. It is a tedious process, but you're not pushed. You're not coerced. You're not told that you have to do it this way. It was basically as you found the courage, as you found the strength to face something. So there was no daily program. You have to do A, B, C, and D. If I was on A and I stayed at A for a week, that's where I was, at A. The two most helpful things in my recovery. The first one was accepting that my mental health challenge doesn't define who I am. And nor did my substance abuse problem. And accepting that I could have a program that worked. My life today is joyfully blessed. And I say that because I have a peace now, an inner peace that I've made in the acceptance of my mental health challenge and my substance issue. And because I've been able to look at it with renewed lenses and with an open focus and a thrive to want to be better and to have just the best quality of life I can, I think it makes me a better person. I think I'm more prepared today than I was a while back. I've been able to sustain in my recovery. I've not been hospitalized in almost over 12 years. So I think that it's a constant learning and growing. I don't think you ever arrive. But I think on a daily basis you seek and you wake up and you're grateful and you say, what is it I can do today for my recovery?